costumes group on Facebook. Firstly, a huge thank you to all of our members, your continued support, input, the likes, the comments and the shares on our posts, and also the invites for new members to come and join is phenomenal, and it's a huge thank you from us. Please keep that going. Without you guys, the group would not be what it is today. So, the Daniel Logan interview is coming up. Again, a big thank you to everyone who asked a question and wrote a question down in the video link. Regardless of whether the question's used or not, all of you that posed a question are automatically in for the free prize draw. That will be done in the next week or two, and it will be done live over the group page. So you will see the draw live. We also have our Galactic Trade Post group. It's a sister group. If you're not a member there already, please do. There are a lot of exciting and interesting Star Wars items going up for sale daily. We've also got more of Luke K's auctions coming up in December, which were a huge hit, and I'm sure will be again. So without further ado, I thank you very much. Here's the Daniel Logan interview. I really hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, so first of all, Daniel Logan, aka Boba Fett, a huge thank you for being here. Myself, the admin team, all the group members, it's very much appreciated. Are you in Los Angeles now?
Yes, I'm back at home. I live in Orange County, so it's closer to Disneyland. I'm about 15 minutes away from Disneyland, so I've been enjoying this 2020. It's been a very family-oriented year.
That's the positive, isn't it? I mean, always try and take the positive from the negative. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely, brother. So, you're married. You've got young boy. So you've got young Boba.
Young Boba, yeah. It's the funniest thing because he's so young. He still doesn't have an idea or realize who he was born to or what he was born into. And as much as even if he doesn't want to be a part of Star Wars, it's always going to forever be a big part of him through me. And that's one of the funniest things that I said to my wife. I said, when we got married 13 years back, I said, well, you're never going to be able to divorce me now. I said, every single place you go, and Target's her favorite store, so I said they have an aisle, or, 2 aisles at Target full of Star Wars toys. So I said, you're never going to be able to go anywhere ever again in the world and never see or think of my face through the movie and franchise of Star Wars. So
it's there. It's huge, isn't it? I mean, that's it. Now, your life from this day forth, and your son's life will forever be immortalised within the Star Wars universe. Very, very cool. Very cool. So, forgive me if I pronounce wrong, but you're Maori from.
yeah, exactly. Perfect.
Oh, thank you. And so you originate from New Zealand. Did you grow up in New Zealand or?
Yeah, so my story is kind of weird. So my grandmother, or my nana as you call, she's from Manchester. Her and my great-grandparents came to New Zealand on a cruise ship or whatever they used to travel with back in the ancient days, before airplanes weren't so cheap. And she came to New Zealand, and then she fell in love with this savage on an island, which was my grandfather. And then I believe they both went back to Manchester. They ended up having my mother, and they decided at that point that they all want to go back and live in New Zealand. So everyone passed up. My nana, my grandfather, my mom and my dad, and my grandmother and my grandma, my grandfather, and my mother all pack up and all go back to New Zealand. And that's where the rest of the storyline happens, where my grandmother had 4 more kids, but they were all New Zealand children, and my mother was the only English one. So then we all became New Zealanders through that. But it was really weird when you think about we were literally first generation New Zealanders through my mother, because she was a first generation. She was, I guess, generation zero. But I grew up in New Zealand for 15 years of my life.
Okay.
New Zealand was a wonderful place. I mean, growing up on an island where you have, no worries or no pains in the world. I mean, you never have to worry about a poisonous snake, a poisonous spider, guns and all this other things, because New Zealand had nothing. The only thing you had to worry about was the savages on the island themselves, which you always knew which crazy ones were, which, kind of came from my street, obviously. But, New Zealand raised me for 15 years, and then at 15 and a half, I went through a transition where acting I kind of peaked in New Zealand, and I figured I really want to try something else. And my manager at the time, he took me in and adopted me. Well, basically, I asked him, or begged him, if he would adopt me, and he shook his hand. He adopted me, and I came over at 15 and a half and left. Again, like my nana did her family, everybody in New Zealand, and my home, my friends, and everything I knew. And I moved over here to the United States. I've been here for coming up 19 years, I want to say.
Oh wow, that's fantastic. Yeah. So you were in New Zealand then when you got the part and filmed Attack of the Clones. Then I'm guessing.
That was incredible. I mean, I got into rugby. I got into acting to rugby, so I was a really good rugby player. And I commercially played my rugby club, and I ended up going along and getting the part. And what happened was I got so many roles that I ended up getting placed in an agency. Well, this agent, she loved me so much that she ended up putting me out for every single thing that there was. And surprisingly, I ended up getting 95% of the stuff that was for. So Star Wars came by, and I was called frantically, like, oh my goodness, you're never gonna believe I've got you this audition. I'm thinking in my mind an audition. I just send it to me. And my agent Eunice, she says at the time, and I'll never forget her words. She says, "No, Daniel, you don't understand this. You're not gonna get this role." That's how much belief she had in me. Although I was knocking it out of the park in New Zealand. She says, "You're not going to get this role." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "But the best thing is we're forever going to be able to sell you as the kid that auditioned to be the kid in Star Wars." And I said a lot, and I ended up doing a little research. Episode 1 had just come out. So, it was just coming out, I guess, at the time, 2000. So, yeah, it just came out. So I went and did some research, and I realized that Darth Maul, playing that together in that front, was in the movie. So I figured, well, the next movie is going to be about a guy who can twist a lightsaber like that. And the only lightsaber I really knew was the no-winner lightsaber. So when I went into the audition, the casting director asked me, Roman Gurley, if I had any special talents. And it was funny because at that point in time, I never lied really in life, and I don't know what made me lie and tell them, I'm this great taiaha, which if you've ever seen the New Zealand Māori culture, they have these long sticks and they're like, they twirl the sticks around and stuff. Well, I figured I'd bluff her like in a poker game and tell her I knew how to do it. And knowing we're in like the nicest hotel there is in Auckland, New Zealand, they're not going to have a broomstick in a mile. So I asked, does she have a broomstick or a stick or something so I could show her my moves? And she says to me, well, this is Star Wars. She trumps me, right? She bluffs my bluff and says, this is Star Wars. Just pretend like there is a stick in your hand. So here I am, thinking to myself, what do I do now? So I get up, and like the Star Wars kid on YouTube back in the day, I run around this hotel room swinging this imaginary stick, like as if I'm swinging something, right? So you can imagine the camera just moving, panning left and right, watching me running around this room. So, I believe that was my very first acting experience in Star Wars, because they didn't tell me that I would be going forth for Boba Fett.
Okay.
Yeah, basically it was just a chat like this in a very fancy hotel room, and then all of a sudden I'm running around, like I said, swinging an imaginary stick, and she says to me, all right, thank you, we'll be in touch. And I'm like, yeah, right. You know, okay, I get it at this point. You know, I did my best. You know, I put my best foot forward, and hopefully hope for the best. And months go by, and I just remember thinking, it was cool to audition for that thing. You know, now I'm like, I actually auditioned for something real, like something a Hollywood film, and my brother and I played PlayStation, and I used to play Grand Theft Auto, and I used to just run around and steal the cars and do all that stuff, you know, and not really concentrate because I have ADHD on doing the missions.
Okay.
So my brother's a lot bigger and older than me, but we got to the point where we stopped fighting each other. So he turns to me and he says, hey, you got Star Wars. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, man, howdy, you got Star Wars. And I'm like, what? No, what? Listen, like, I went down the roller coaster where I'm like, all right, I'm going for this, and I give it my best. And then I never heard anything. And I'm like, well, all right, well, I tried. So I had that, you know, climax of hype, and then it was almost pretty much just forgotten about. And
that's phenomenal.
Yeah, that was my first moment, and then I jumped up to go and tell my mother and everyone else in my house, and my brother told me at that point, no, get back here. So I'm like, well, what's up? And he's like, basically, I'm not allowed to tell you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, well, you got the movie, but I'm not allowed to tell you got it, because these people are worried that you have a big mouth, and you might tell everybody that you got it. And I'm like, what? And it didn't make sense at the time, so I'm like, you're just lying to get the controller. You know, my old mindset went back to, like, the controller and the game, you know, and a week or two later, my mom calls me into the kitchen and sits me down, and I'm like, oh, man, I'm in trouble. And she's like, boy, you got Star Wars. I'm very proud of you. And my mother, she was a very hard woman. Well, she's a very hard woman. Like, she was my mother and my father at one point. So, you know, she was a disciplinary and a nurturer. So, I didn't react to the excitement like I did when I first heard it. She kind of gave me this, what the, you know?
Yeah.
And I couldn't get my brother in on this too, because we both get the beating. So that's when I had to pretend. So I started running around my house, knocking on all the doors. So, because you always have there's six of us. And in a sibling, you have like a pact with each other that there's a number one rule, and like, there's us, and then there's mom. You know what I mean? And although, you know, things happen between us all, you know, we may fight or whatever, we never go back and rant to mom. You know, so I ended up running around, and they were looking at me like, you're an idiot. We all know, you know, we know you know. And I'm like, you know.
Oh, that's fantastic. That Daniel, that almost as well. We've got our first guy, Chris Stallard. He asked if you're aware of the huge following for Boba Fett when you actually were given the role.
That's funny, Chris. I never had a clue much about Star Wars. So when I was auditioning for the role, like I said, the only knowledge I had was really in episode 1 of Darth Maul, and thinking that I was going to be auditioning to be this character. Going back to the audition, they never told me until I set foot on the set of who I was playing. Until I signed off my confidentiality and my mother, the adult guardian did. That's when they, you know, bestowed on me.
Yeah.
The movies of Boba Fett. And at the time, I never realized who Boba Fett was or this, the magnitude of the return of the character, that it could be possibly either a really big yes, or it could be like a no. And looking back, I now realize why George Lucas took so much time with me and directed me in the way of what not only he saw and vision for Boba Fett as a young kid, but also what the fans from the original trilogy would have had some sense of, okay, acceptance. You know what I mean? And for me, for many years, it's taken a long time to gain acceptance from those true diehard Boba Fett fans that just thought, hey, he died in the Sarlacc pit. You know, he entered in Empire Strikes Back. We had only a few little glimpses of him, and then he was gone. And, researching his character and being him for 20-odd years or more, I'm one of the biggest Boba Fett fans that is alive. I mean, my whole house, or at least my office now, my wife's saying the container pack, is all Star Wars, and mainly Boba Fett. And it's because of the love that I've been able to receive from fans and countries of you know, you would never expect Japan or places in South America like Ecuador and stuff like that to have ever had a reach of Star Wars.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they ask you to go to a convention and they're lining up and you're like, this is unbelievable. Like, you know, this is all because of Boba Fett. And my love goes back to, obviously, Jeremy Bullock, who was very, very blessed to have thrown the armor. But now, thanks to technology and stuff, we've learned that, you know, obviously Jeremy Bullock couldn't do all of the scenes in Star Wars, so then we get the wonderful stories of Diddy Bear, who did the fall into the Sarlacc pit. And I mean, for me, it's just like when Jango Fett got his head chopped off in Episode 2. When Boba Fett in Return of the Jedi falls into the Sarlacc pit, it's like, what? Like, no, he did it. Like, you know what I mean? George Lucas had a way of doing that, you know? And before you have plans to explore, he just cuts them off. So, now listening to other of the Boba Fett stories, it's amazing to hear the experiences on set as being the exact same character as mine. But then, like I said, before traveling the world, I learned backstories, comic stories, fan-made ideas, my ideas now. You know what I mean? Things that were about to be released, but never were released. And I heard the storylines that we filmed or, you know, recorded storylines and arcs. And so, Boba Fett is now, I love him just as much as I love my wife and my kids. You know, George Lucas is truly a god to me. People say, oh, God, don't use that word. And I say, well, when you're a little humble New Zealand kid who was hoping and dreaming was to be a rugby player, and some man had the power to point at you and say, you will be Boba Fett, knowing what he had already created beforehand was a pretty powerful thing.
Absolutely. Oh, it's phenomenal. Phenomenal. And especially for a teenager to go into that must have been fantastic. So Sebastian Lartier did ask what the reaction when you heard that you had the part, but we've covered that one, which is fantastic.